Hello there, you are most welcome to our channel. In today's video, we shall be discussing the detailed analysis of The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Robert Frost is an American poet whose poem reflects a deep appreciation of the beauty of nature. He uses elements of nature as a symbol of life and tries to see where the road of life will lead him to. Have you ever heard the saying, life is all about choices, or majority is not always right? The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost expresses a perfect image of this. Let's now take a detailed analysis of the lines contained in the poem. Two roads diverge in a yellow wood. Here, our poetic speaker is describing a fork in the road. The woods are yellow, which means it is probably fall, and the leaves are turning colors. Diverged, on the other hand, is just another word for split. Here, our poetic persona stands in the middle of the road and is faced with the dilemma of which road to choose. Two roads represent a point of decision making in the lives of people, and since people are faced with lots of opportunities, it makes it difficult to make a choice. And sorry, I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood. Here, our poetic speaker regrets or laments as he is unable to divide himself into two equal parts and travel both roads at the same time. Because of the impossibility of traveling both roads at the same time, the speaker stands there for a long time trying to figure out the road to take. And looked down one as far as I could to where it bends in the undergrowth. Here, Frost reacts to his dilemma by looking at the options before him. Then he tries to assess them before making any decision. The speaker considered various factors in solving his dilemma. First, he looks down on one road, trying to see where it goes. But he could only see up to the first bend where the undergrowth or the smooth plant of the wood blocks his view. Then took the other as just as fair. Here, our poetic speaker assesses the other road, which is just as pretty as the first one, making it difficult to choose between the two roads or futures that are different but potentially equally good. And having perhaps the better claim because it was grassy and wanted wear. Here again, our poetic speaker really can't make up his mind as he is uncertain which road to take. He explains that the second road perhaps is better. According to him, the road is better because it hasn't been walked on very much, since it's grassy and doesn't look worn. Wanted in this instance means lacked. Though as for that person there had warned them really about the same. Just as regards a declaration about the poet's path, choosing a path which he thinks is better, our poetic persona changes his mind and admits that both roads are equally good, and the person there refers to other travelers that may have worn the path down. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no steps had trodden black. Here, the paths are equally covered with leaves, which haven't been turned black by steps crushing them because it is still early in the morning. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Here, our poetic persona finally chooses the second road, because fewer people have dared to take that route, but our poetic persona considered it adventurous. However, he tries to console himself with the thought that he will come back to the road he missed some time later. Yet, knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Here again, our poetic speaker, upon further thought, realizes that his hopes to come back and try the other road may be unreasonable or impossible. He tells us that one way can lead to another and then another until you end up very far from where you started. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Here, Robert Frost projects himself into the future and contemplates the consequences of his decision. There are several interpretations of this line. The speaker's sigh must be one of satisfaction or regret in the decision he made, especially when things do not work out as he had hoped. Two roads diverged in a wood. This line is a repetition of the first line in the poem. The repetition helps to bring the poem to a conclusion. It reminds us what's important in the poem, the concept of choosing between two different paths. I took the one less traveled by. Here again, the speaker sums up his story and tells us that he took the road less traveled by, meaning he took a risk most people wouldn't dare to take. By now, we all are anxious to know the result of what he has gotten from the road he chose, since it can be joyful or regretful. And that's made the difference. At first glance, we see that this line is joyful. Our poetic speaker took a risk people feared to, and that has made the difference in his life because that has made him successful. Thanks for watching today's video. Do make time to watch the rest of our videos, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share this video.